With Ric Flair calling out RVD and an AEW star wanting to fight Jake Paul, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for September 22nd. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. With so many new stars joining the promotion, AEW President Tony Khan told the Associated Press that this large roster is not a bad thing. I think that's a good problem for any organization to have when you have a deep bench. We have a very deep bench right now. I try to rotate who wrestles on TV and give TV time to different wrestlers so we have a lot of people with momentum and can switch out the matches and keep things fresh. I think that serves you well in sports too, when you can rotate and rest people and give experience to young talent and develop people, and also rest your veterans so they don't have to go out and do it every single week. Tonight, AEW will be hosting their Grand Slam Dynamite with big moments expected for the show. Despite many wanting Kurt Angle to have his retirement match against John Cena, he ended up facing and losing to Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. Corbin would tell Give Me Sport that WWE dropped the ball on this bout. I wish we would have done more. I wish we would have really capitalized on the momentum that gave me, because that's an incredible opportunity when you look at the guy and not just what he's accomplished in WWE, but what he's accomplished in life for him to step out. Given all the releases, it's no surprise that WWE disbanded their division in Japan, firing more than 100 people. The company will also not be touring in the country for the foreseeable future, as the official website for WWE Japan will also be shutting down. As of September 24th, the WWE Japan official website will be closed. We'll continue to deliver WWE info in Japanese from the following SNS accounts: WWE Japanese official Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. As a result, the contact point for inquiries in Japanese will also be closed. We apologize for any inconvenience and thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your patronage over the years. We look forward to your continued enjoyment of WWE. Following her arrival in AEW, Ruby Soho spoke to Renee Paquette about her relationship with Vince McMahon that never took off during her time in WWE. We didn't speak very often. I'd see him after matches and stuff. We didn't really talk. He was always so busy. He was so busy. I think I spoke to him in his office probably in 4 years twice, but I also wasn't one of those people. And I think maybe this was my own fault. I wasn't at his door all the time, and I wasn't trying to make more of a connection and make more of a relationship. He's so busy that I feel like I'm one of those people that as an employee, you hired me because you trust me, that I know what I'm doing. And I feel like unless I hear that you don't like something that I'm doing and I need to talk to you so we can address it, I don't feel like I need to waste your time. And that was one of the things. I don't want to insult you by wasting your time and being like, hey, why am I not booked? I understand, it's wrestling. I get it. I was not one of those people that liked to do that unless I had something to talk about to him. And like I said, maybe I needed to be a little more forceful about building a relationship with him and just talk to him. But him being so busy, unless I had something important to talk to him about, I didn't want to waste his time. A relationship with Vince McMahon has been said to be key for a superstar to make it big in WWE. Now Ruby has the chance to become AEW Women's Champion when she takes on Britt Baker for the title. In that same interview, Soho mentioned that she does not know why WWE released her. I wish I knew. Like I said, it came as a huge shock to me, and there were a lot of ones that I didn't see coming. I liked my job at the time. I liked it. I didn't have any problems. I loved the locker room so much. I loved the women, especially the SmackDown women's locker room. That was some of the best times of my life, because those women are absolutely incredible. Liv Morgan and I were working our butts off to be the most cohesive tag team we could possibly be. I have no idea really what I was missing or what didn't work. Obviously, I fit better somewhere else, and I felt at the moment that I came out at All Out, I was like, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. AEW, these are my people. This is the place I feel the most at home. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I wish I did, but I didn't talk to a lot of people there. I tried to, but I didn't get a lot of feedback while I was there, so I didn't always know if there was something that I was doing wrong. With DX reformed in '06, Shawn Michaels and Triple H were prepping for a handicap Hell in a Cell match at Unforgiven, with the duo vandalizing Vince McMahon's jet and his office in Stamford. On his podcast, Bruce Pritchard revealed WWE got heat from the city for trashing Titan Towers. We actually painted the WWE jet in the actual hangar. We had to get the entire hangar so that we didn't disrupt any other planes or anything else. We had a vision. I had a vision. Hunter had a vision. Shawn had a vision of what he wanted to do. And then there was Vince's vision. I don't know that he was able to explain his vision very well to us. Instead, we got a lot of, this is what we'll do, you okay? You guys seem to have a grasp on it. Go and do it. So we did our vision, what the three of us thought. Went on and did the stuff inside the plane and everything. The office was another story because that was a lot of fun. It got heat with all the lights and everything in the area. We did it after a show. We went up there late at night and shot it. That got a lot of heat from the town in the immediate vicinity because of the bright lights that were shining up in the building. We had permits. We had everything. Everybody knew what we were doing. The plane thing, when Shawn and Hunter went into the plane and cut their promo, it was a DX promo. It was a goof, and it was meant to be a goof. Vince wanted it more specific and more poignant. We were like, this isn't serious. We looked at DX in a way that through the eyes of here guys that aren't in their 20s anymore, that it was basically a spoof on spoof to let you know, hey folks, we're not taking ourselves too seriously. We're having fun here. Don't take this as serious, but when it comes time to kick somebody's ass, we've got to kick somebody's ass. It was a sophomoric hijinks. That's what it was intended to be from my viewpoint. Bryan Danielson has shaken up the world of pro wrestling with his debut in AEW. Speaking to Bleacher Report, he talked about the AEW locker room, saying the talent feel they are part of an industry-type change. One of the wonderful things about AEW is that almost everybody has access to Tony Khan. He's very friendly and very approachable. It's not just me, it's people lower on the card who will go up and talk to him. It's a very open source system, and as the company gets bigger, that might actually not be functional. One thing I will say is that I feel like the locker room is more upbeat at AEW. I think most of the talent feels like they're a part of something. They feel like they're not only just a part of this company, but they're also a part of an industry type change. They feel like they're part of the wrestling business changing. And I think that's really cool. With these big names, AEW Dynamite has been able to beat Monday Night Raw in the 18 to 49 demographic, as it remains to be seen if they can build on this incredible momentum. Speaking of Danielson's debut, many thought they would see him walk out to his old theme, The Final Countdown, but in that same interview with Bleacher Report, Danielson noted why that could not happen. We had talked about The Final Countdown, but that was way too expensive. I hate talking business stuff when I don't know exactly what it was, but it wasn't just the amount of money. They would only let AEW play it like 20 times a year or something like that. For several $100,000 you can play Final Countdown 20 times a year. That doesn't work for us. Danielson would also reveal that his wife Brie Bella was completely supportive of his move to AEW. Brie's great, she literally just wanted me to be happy. She was always like, hey, whatever you decide, I want to 100% support you. So there was never any pressure from her being like, hey, this might affect Total Bellas or anything like that. She never wants to even talk about that. She was like, I just want you to be happy. And so I'm a very lucky man to have such a supportive wife. With him trying to set up a boxing match with Tommy Fury, Jake Paul took to Twitter to write, Tommy Fury has denied 2 abundant offers from my team. Timmy, this is your last offer. $1 million, 8 rounds, 4 times more than you have ever made. Either step up and fight, or accept that you and your dad don't believe in you. This led to AEW star and former boxing Olympic bronze medalist Anthony Ogogo replying, I'll fight you for free. I'll drop 30 pounds and even with only one good eye, I'll punch your dopey head in. While it's unlikely Paul accepts this challenge, it would be cathartic for many looking to see Paul get knocked out. Ric Flair has been on the receiving end of controversy after the plane ride from El Special by Dark Side of the Ring. Rob Van Dam would say in that episode that he says Flair made the stewardess try and touch him. He would then refute his own statement on Twitter, with him replying to a fan that he did not say that, blaming it on creative editing. Ric Flair has now posted a screenshot of RVD's comment and wrote, "A man tried to destroy my reputation based on an assumption. I don't even know what to say right now." before becoming the man, Becky Lynch had her nose broken by Nia Jax before her match against Ronda Rousey. Lynch would tell Give Me Sport that this was a blessing. Gosh, I think that in retrospect, I need to buy Nia Jax a bouquet of flowers because I think without that image, myself covered in blood on top of the stance with my arms out like my career, it may not have gotten to the place that it's gotten now, So yeah, 100% it was a blessing in disguise. I don't know what would have happened otherwise. We would have had our match, I probably would have won. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened? It's so hard to tell, but I am very grateful for everything that happened along the way. Lynch is now SmackDown Women's Champion as she looks set to defend her belt in a rematch against Bianca Belair at Extreme Rules. Speaking of Nia Jax, she is apparently out of action after Shayna Baszler stomped on her arm this week with the bump noting breaking. After Baszler's attack on Raw, Jax will be out for an undisclosed amount of time. It's unknown if Jax is taking this time off to deal with a nagging injury, but we'll be sure to keep you posted on this. Many have mentioned the backstage politics in WWE as Bryan Danielson told Bleacher Report that it's very difficult to make changes in the company. It's hard for me to say honestly. It's weird because WWE itself has changed so much in the time that I've been there. People go in, and I think this happens in every company regardless, and push for ideas that will make them look good, and so everybody does that. So I think more of the politics, the struggle in WWE is that the system is so big that it's hard to get access to the people you need to get access to get anything to change. According to Mas Lucha, Gran Metalik has requested his WWE release. It's not known if this has been granted, but it's been reported that he is frustrated over his booking, with his deal set to expire in 2023. We're not sure where he'll end up, as we'll continue monitoring the situation for updates. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.